All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back on some more Restaurant Tycoon 3 to see just how much money we can make. And they've had some awesome updates that I think are going to make the experience a lot better. First off, let's choose our first restaurant. Oh, I kind of like the barn. Is that crazy? Let me not do the barn. Ooh, the bistro looks cool. I think we chose it last time though. Let me choose something different. Oh, these buildings look really nice. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with this, the Glass Cafe. And I gotta say, my goal today isn't, okay, to make millions of dollars and have this giant 3-story restaurant that looks like kind of good, kind of crappish. My goal of today is to make a nice looking, well-decorated restaurant. Well, to the best of my abilities, which we all know aren't very talented, but they're so talented. And I think, let's see, what do we want to choose? We can have like a nice chill restaurant. Let's just go to American food because, you know, why not? And, yeah, I guess the Moocah's Glass Cafe is fine, I guess. Let's just create it. So there we go. Here we are. Actually, we have a free daily reward. $100. Let's go. We doubled our amount of money right now. And yeah, I gotta say, going from Moocah's Bistro to this, bit of a shakeup. But as you can see, we can get a chef here and a server here for $250 a piece. So that is gonna be my very first goal, because if I can get this to be automated, right, we could be in a very good spot. I'm not sure if my levels saved from our last restaurant to now, but if they do, we're gonna be in a very, very, very good spot, because that's gonna be so much time saved that it'll be worth it. Here we go. Let's get our cheeseburgers to give these people a table. We are selling a crap ton of cheeseburgers, that's for sure. And there you go. We've already got 16 buckaroos in our account, which is pretty good for me. I think I will do a server first and then a chef, because I can cook. Maybe I should do a chef. The chefs are just pretty slow, so it'll take a little bit of time, but we can get that, I guess, going here in a few seconds. Let's see. We need a lot of money, actually. We need at least 250 more bucks on top of the little bit of money we got here. Okay, not tons of money, but we can only serve a cheeseburger right now. So I'm hoping that after we finish the challenge, we can get a starter and hopefully see some improvements there. Okay, this will be $16 more here. Seat our customers and okay, yeah, French fries for starter. That's gonna double the amount of money we're able to make. All right, there we go. Fries would be great. I got you covered. Hopefully not too difficult to cook, but I think, okay, yeah, we're just gonna deep fry them real quick. Pull this deep fryer out of where? I don't know, but out of somewhere. So the fries are worth $5. So if they both order fries, then they both order cheeseburgers. We're looking at $26. Now, they won't always order both, but you never can be too careful. So basically, what is my goal today, right? You might be wondering to yourself, well, it's to expand, make more money, get more customers, but also keep the aesthetic alive. Because typically, I think I just make big, giant squares, which work great for money, but aren't as appealing to the eye, if you get what I'm stepping in. One thing I would also like to do is actually go and upgrade my meals and my food and have a smaller, more, you know, centered menu, but have them all be worth a lot more money. And there we go, we just leveled up. Let's go. We've just now unlocked the butcher access, which I think we can actually use to get what we need. So we need, as you can see here, right, bread, beef, and cheese. Now to get here, we're gonna need probably the farm. This is interesting. We actually have to plant. Ooh, okay. Well, I'll tell you what do you think we'll need? Probably onions and tomatoes for something in the future. So let me just do this. I'll do tomatoes, onions, potatoes. Let's do some wheat, and then let's do like a carrot. That'll be good. It's gonna take a long time. As you can see, an hour, 29 minutes, 24 minutes, stuff like that. But maybe that'll be pretty good. And let's go to here to IKEA. No, that's that place. Don't need to go there. There's a supermarket here we can go to, and we can get a couple things in here. We did need cheese, yeah, so we can upgrade this stuff, I think, pretty easily. I gotta save some more money. Okay, I'm out of money for now, but we can eventually get some more. We also do have another dessert, but I'm not gonna get. Let's get mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is always good. Tastes good. Probably not good for you, but tastes good. Okay. Nicely done. And let's go ahead and unlock the chef. Yeah, this is gonna be $250 for the next server. And then it's just a matter of time if we're making enough money to actually expand. They also did say that they improved the expansions, which, what does that mean? I don't know, but I think it should be pretty good. I think when you actually do get more stuff, it shouldn't hurt it as bad. And what I want to have this time is a decent sized restaurant, maybe 3 squares of this, right? And then have an outside area, because it's fall It's beautiful out. Everyone enjoys the fall weather. At least I do. And we're going to share it with the world. Okay, looks like our things do save, which is going to be good for us because we're going to be able to, you know, upgrade a lot faster. But stuff like the chopping speed, I gotta say, I don't know if it was that low of a level last time. Very much could be, but I don't recall it being that low. So we'll still help our chef out because I want to level those up a little bit, but it shouldn't be too hard. And we are still the only server as well. So we need about a 200 bucks, you know, give or take, and we'll be in a very good spot. Now this is only a level 1 chef, so even if he is working, he gonna be pretty slow. Okay, he ain't nothing crazy. He ain't Chef Gordon Ramsay. Okay. Okay, serving level 8, we've now got a plus 150% tip chance. So we got to get a tip jar ASAP, no Rocky. But that's not my initial priority. I want to get this thing automated, and then we can start worrying about all the upgrades. And off the rip, I can already tell you we're going to place some more tables here, maybe 2 more tables here, because we have the space for it. And that should be enough to essentially double our profit. I don't know what we're going to do after that, however. I'm thinking maybe expand that to the right first and fill that in with tables and stuff and junk, and then go to the left. We also could do like an L shape, which would be kind of cool, like here and then back one. Well, let's see. I mean, I gotta say though, this chef, even though he's pretty mid, he's not that mid. He's kind of decently quick. Also, stuff like waiter trays and drinks are going to be very important as well. I did go through and figure out how to actually work the drink system, and it's a little bit different from the first game or the second game. So when I get there, I'll walk you through it, but it's super simple, and I think it's actually a pretty smart way to do it. Okay, wow, these customers here just paid $21. That's a pretty big improvement from where we're at. And now you just gotta set 5 customer groups and we get another item. Also looking at this, ooh, okay, we just need potatoes to boost this, and you can see boost it from $5, $8, which doesn't seem like that much maybe, but we can boost it again after that, so it can get kind of crazy. And let's say 100 customers come in. That's gonna be 80 more bucks. Is that right? I don't know. But either way, it's an improvement. Okay, there we go. Finally, we're at 250 bucks, so we can get a server. And just like that, the restaurant is officially fully automated. So I'm just gonna save up some money now, because this game gets really expensive. So I need some more money before I go any further. So I'm gonna grind for a little bit, make some money, be back in no time. Okay, it's been a little bit of time. I'm at $794, and you know, not too shabby in terms of money, but we need some more. Now, I went ahead and added 2 more tables, and that helped a little bit with our money making. But really, the best thing we can do is hire more staff. Now, it's gonna be $1,000 to double our current workforce, which is, yeah, we're not gonna be able to afford that. Bit crazy at the moment, but what we can do is upgrade our guys each once. And I'm trying to see what's better, another level 1 chef or a level 2 chef. You know what I mean? 2 level 1s or 1 level 2. Probably 2 level 1s because they can do 2 tasks at once, but nonetheless, there's a fly flying around me, and if I don't smack this thing out of the sky right now, I'm gonna start eating people. You better stop. You need to leave me alone. Sorry. Anyway, so what I think I'm gonna do now is, yeah, upgrade them both once. So you can see, okay, wait. Okay, that's pretty good. You can see here, faster chopping. That doesn't sound that good to me. So we will upgrade Summer because a 30% walk speed boost is pretty dang good. And I'm not entirely sure how well Summer is gonna be able to keep up with our customers, but hopefully it's pretty decent. As you can see here, we got our VIP customer already. So we basically made our money back, which is pretty good. And let's go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and get, let's get hot dogs. So we'll serve hot dogs and hamburgers. So we got $700 now. I think we will go ahead, hire another chef. Then I'm only a couple $100 off of another waiter. And by then, I think we should be okay. I think we should be pretty close. Summer should be able to deal with the customers at the moment. I think it will be okay. Maybe a little bit suboptimal, but good nonetheless. I take a bunch of orders and then get another set of items, but I'm tempted to say, okay, let's see here. First things first, let's get a tip jar right away, and let me then place said tip jar right away, because we have 150% chance to tip, or no, we have some sort of upgrade for our tipping, right? I think it was leadership. 70% more tip amounts, and okay, 60% tip chance, which there might be like a 30% tip chance already. And then serving is another 150% tip chance. I don't understand really why there would be 2 tip chance. Once you go over 100, what are they gonna do? Tip twice, I guess? But I guess if that works, it works, and I'll take free money. So anyways, we'll have our tip jar out here, and that'll be another way for us to make some money. Let's take a checking look at the expansions, which will be in here. Okay, yeah, pretty expensive. I could get the waiter trays here in a little bit, but then again, read this. Staff must be level 3 to be able to use this. Next thing we should probably get is drinks and have a bartender. That's what it is now. If you guys remember in the last game, it was your people, your servers, would be in charge of the drinks. It'd be like a refrigerator. They go grab the drinks and, you know, split them out accordingly. In this game, they just added 2 more bartenders instead, which is pretty cool. I like it. You know, I'm not against it whatsoever. I will say this right away. It is freakishly dark in here. So let's see if we can't fix that. Man, it's so difficult to place the lamps and stuff. Okay, if we have them in a 1 block radius like this, it shouldn't be too hard. Let me see. I want to place one above each table. So like there, and I can't afford another one. But you get the idea. Did I just waste 75 bucks? Maybe. But man, it looks so much better in here. So I'm gonna keep grinding and make some more money, be back in no time.
So we got about $1,900, and I'm hoping this is gonna be enough to apply all of our current needs. So you can see the restaurant's the exact same as we left it. Not much has changed, but let's go off the bat and hire a brand new server. It'll be 500 buckaroos, which is pretty expensive, I'm not gonna lie, but it's definitely worth it. That's gonna make our restaurant work so much faster. And now we're gonna start thinking about what we want to do in here. So I like the setup of the 2 tables, the 2 chairs to a table, right? But if we want to start making a little bit more money, we got to start worrying about getting some larger tables in here, even if it's just 1. And so what I want to do is check out what upgrades we can get. Okay, not a ton. If we buy one of these, we're left with absolutely $0. So we've really got to be very smart with our money here. I think what I will go ahead and do is get the waiter trays. I don't think I have to actually place these down. Okay, yeah, I don't. So now they have waiter trays, which will make it a lot faster, even faster than we already had it. We are still getting more orders and more different food. There's the word. And it's pretty good. We have a couple more items. I think we have a donut and now pancakes, which I don't really count that as dessert, but you know, to each their own. Now, I think it's just time to get some more tables in here. It's not necessarily going to be the prettiest setup, I don't think, but let's get... Okay, so here's where we're at now. If I squeeze everything in a little bit more tighter, it's better. We can put one here, but it's kind of janky, and these are kind of a weird spot. It's not really even, so I can definitely put one here. That's a no-brainer. Anyways, there we go. I can put 3 tables just there. And in the middle here, you know what we actually could probably do is get something slightly larger. Maybe these canteen tables, a wood table. So we can just use wood again. Maybe do something like that in the middle. But see, it's just weird. It's a weird spot. I think this is our best bet, though. Something like this will be all right. And then we just do maybe 2 chairs there, but it's not even. I'll store this for now because we will use it in the future. Let me see. What I think I'll do for now is maybe just do something like this so I can squeeze them in a little bit closer than before. Like this again for the tables, but these are actually all turned sideways. All right, because you don't want your legs hitting the legs. You want your legs to go through the middle. And then we can not fit any perfectly in here. What we can do is, I think, now get this in here in a little bit better of a spot. Yeah, we could do something like this. Yeah, we'll do something like this, and then that'll fit another chair there. That'll be a table for 4. And we also add another table here. So this should be pretty good. I mean, listen, I don't know if it's going to be incredible, but we're going to control copy this, paste it onto there. And honestly, okay, we can't change these colors, which is definitely strange. But that's okay. So for now, that's going to work perfectly. So that's a lot more tables, 2 more tables, but 1 is actually counting as 2. So really 3 more tables. You get the gist. We'll open her back up. And what I want to do now, I think, is just get this all kind of working a little bit more efficiently. And I think the best way to do that is to go ahead and upgrade all of our guys once. That's all of our money for now. We'll have to wait for a little bit longer. But both of our waiters now have 30% walk speed. Both of our cooks can cut faster. So hopefully it should be a little bit of an... And we have more tables. So I'm going to let this go for a little bit longer. We'll see if we can make some more money. I'll be back in no time. Okay, that's much better. 4,193 buckaroos, as you guys can see. That's going to be enough to get us pretty far. Now, my waiters can't even use the trays. I literally definitely said that. And then I went and upgraded them anyways. I'm a little slow. So, I'm going to pick everything up now, and we're going to see what we can do in terms of expansion. If I can expand once, we're going to be in a lot better of a spot. I mean, hey, I can make some good money now. Like, that setup was not terrible, but let me think here. We got to get, yeah, definitely I think we're going to do the right expansion. Hate how it doesn't actually match it, but that's okay. We'll just do, we'll have to do blank. I could do garden and just delete it, but actually, you know what? We're going to do regular expansion. And then I'm going to come through here. Oh, I can't. I thought I could sell everything for money, but apparently not. Well, we'll store them all then, and we'll be able to use them eventually. Even the lights are cool, I guess. So, I guess what we need to do now is slowly but surely just expand everything. I think the best way we're gonna be able to do that is to try our best to copy our current setup, but maybe just like mirrored. So we get some there. And we have some there. I'm thinking maybe one. Now we're gonna need to continuously build the walls. I'm not sure they made any improvements or changes to the building, but the building really wasn't that bad to begin with, so I'm not really too worried about it. That's already pretty good there. We can go ahead and sell this floor or this wall, and then we need to copy the floor over here. We need to make sure it's on manual mode, and then do something like that. There's that. Now let's copy the roof, which I think okay, no, it is like this. We need to make sure overhang is set to 2. Is that? Yeah, that's correct. So that's super simple. And I do like having the door on one side. I will go ahead and just sell these for now. Keep that and go ahead and put some more windows here in the middle, and then we'll have like little spot in the middle here. I think it looks kind of cool. Nice 2-2-2 setup. Then I just need to mirror that on the back as well. That looks nice. And okay, cool. So I don't know how much space we actually have back here. That looks like it is all of it. Okay, cool. So this is gonna work pretty good. We have some space here, but what I'm gonna do instead is go ahead and just kind of mimic this whole setup. See, these are 85 bucks a piece. No, sorry, I was in window mode as well. My mistake. And how much are these? $215. All right. Eventually, we'll come back and fill that in because right now we're down to nothing. Absolute garbage. Wow, that sucks. But now we can place a heck of a lot more chairs in here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is start placing them like we had before. I'm going to go back to the 2 block gaps because I just prefer it, to be honest. And then these will be our single chairs. Or our, not single tables, but single but double. You know what I mean. And then over here, how many more chairs do we have? We have 15 more. Quick math's pretty good there. Let's go ahead and do... Yeah, we can just mirror them. Yeah, we have some nice walking space in between as well. And that's going to be perfectly all of our chairs. We have this little space here, which will actually work great for a 4. So I think for this one, let's just use choose the column table. That's not a bit. That's the size that we need. Actually wouldn't be that bad in here. I mean, it has a tablecloth on it, which definitely doesn't add 100% correctly to our aesthetic, but it'll work. It'll be a little bit of time before I actually place it down though, because my goodness, did you guys see the price on that thing? No thanks. I'll buy mine from IKEA and clean it. All right, so I just went ahead and upgraded the restaurant, got everything working smoothly. I'm out of money. I also went ahead and upgraded our staff to level 3, these 2 people here. So we got 1 person with a tray, which is definitely better than nothing. Also made these 2 tables back here, 4 and 4. Added some lights, well, what I can afford. The rest costs more than my rent, so forget that. But everything else should be working pretty smoothly. I gotta say, the glass cafe isn't looking bad whatsoever. These things are so expensive to expand on, so forget that. But everything else is looking pretty good. So for the next section, I gotta save up a lot of money because, yeah, I'm back down to 50 bucks. So I'll be back once I make some moolah. All right, that should be enough money. $33,000 is pretty dang good. I went AFK for a little bit and then went out of town for about a week. I had to celebrate my birthday, of course. So I'm back now, and hopefully we should be able to get this restaurant going. And with this much money, it should be a problem whatsoever. Now, I got 2 options I can go down, right? We have a pretty decent-sized restaurant already, and I could go and hire a lot more workers. In fact, I will go ahead and just off the ripski hire 2 more of each, right? So 2 more servers, 2 more cooks. That's just gonna help us deal with everything a lot faster, and that's pretty good. But I think what I want to actually do is expand my building to this section here. Kind of have maybe an L shape. That's kind of an L shape. We also do need to get drinks. We need to get the industrial kitchen, advertising, the new manager desk, which I don't think I've actually used yet, which is kind of cool. And then the waiter cart. Let's do that. We will have to get the left expansion first, but this should be fine. And also the franchise. You made a popular restaurant chain and can start earning money offline. That's also new. Wow. Nice. So for now, before I get anything else, I'm just going to buy this, and we'll save our money for now. So this section over here is available, but I'm not going to build anything there because I want to have a different style of restaurant, there's the word, than I usually do. So we're gonna do something like this, and it might be a little bit weird, but we're gonna do it. Now I gotta get the back expansion. Okay, it's almost the right one. We'll leave that blank. Let's see what the next one's gonna cost. I think it's the right expansion, right? Okay, yeah. Now this is pretty expensive. So I don't know. Maybe we should use both of these just because we spent so much money on them. But we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be cool. Let's go ahead and get this thing set up back here. Now, what kind of shape do I want? What's a cool shape? If I go all the way back, how will this look? I mean, it won't look ridiculous, right? But I could do something like this. Maybe that shape and that kind of size. Or I was also thinking maybe something like this, right? So we go out a little bit, like there, and we connect this end. And I don't know why I would want to do like this. To be honest, I don't think there is really any benefit. But, you know, like when I'm playing Minecraft, I like to just put like kind of random shapes all over the place and then try to make a cool building out of it. And I'm kind of thinking of doing the similar thing here. The Ripski, let me go ahead. Oh, I can't place them here because technically they're on the collision line. Shut up. You over here argue with me about that? Are you kidding me? What? Okay, so I think it's actually just a wall. So let me place down the windows first. Yep, that's the issue. Okay, something like that should be fine for now. Now I guess gotta get the roof in here. We want to do manual mode. There you go. Something like that looks fine. And then we'll have to come in here and demolish, I think, this whole wall. Honestly, we can maybe leave these two. Nah, we'll just demolish it all. That looks fine. There we go. That's gonna be it's a nice addition to the restaurant here. Now let's go ahead and just get these flooring in here. Is the automatic gonna work? It almost never does. I would not be surprised if it didn't work today. Okay, boom. There's that. Go ahead and just delete a couple more things here. And that looks pretty good. Now, I'm not going to be moving anything around until I close the restaurant. So let's go ahead and do that. There it is. Close restaurant and kick off because I have too much money already. And let's just start storing everything because I want to be able to have a free-falling thinking idea brain thing. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and get all these up. That's going to be a lot more space for us to work with here. So what I'm thinking I do, right? Back hiza. Or also known as here. Let's go ahead and put some lights in here. Are these pretty expensive? Yeah, 120 bucks. They were expensive. Not anymore. I'm just gonna kind of keep this style going. That looks pretty good. And we'll put one over here because, you know, why not? So boom. There's those. Actually, we'll delete this because I don't need one there. And what I'll do now, I think at least, is I want to get a decent sized table back here. Just one of them. Just one decently large table. But if I'm not tripping, have them. Unless I'm forgetting that I have to unlock them. Media. No, I'm not seeing them in here. Okay. I don't know where they are. Did I? I feel like I must have gone through this on the last playthrough I did, but for some reason I just can't remember if they removed them or, I mean, there's like them like this, which is pretty large. Something like this, but it's not dead even. See, in between these things, it needs to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it would be a two in the middle. Oh, I could just do 2 of these, and then do 2 sets of 3. It's technically 2 tables, which would be kind of comp. Something like that could work fine, I guess. This section window here does look kind of janky. I'm not gonna lie. There we go. It looks a lot better there. So we'll do it looks like one big table for 2 different sets of customers, which I think is actually a bit faster than doing one big table. Either way, that'll be nice. So we're gonna do something like this. And I actually went to I drove to Las Vegas for my birthday, a long road trip, and we stayed in a spot called Flagstaff, Arizona. Don't know if you ever heard of it. But it was a cool little spot, little hotel that had a little restaurant in it we stayed at. And it was actually pretty cool, and I'm getting some kind of inspiration from that spot. So I'm gonna try my best to kind of mimic some of the cool stuff I saw in there. Just to be honest, I don't get out much, okay? So anytime I see something decently cool, I'm jumping on it. But one thing I did like about that spot is they had some cool chairs, kind of like these, but a little bit different. Yeah, kind of like this. I'm thinking we could do something like this, right? Those look kind of ratchet, I'm not gonna lie, but we're gonna try to do this anyway. Cushion chairs. Which one looks better? Cushion chairs, I think, fit a little bit better with these. So we're gonna get some cushion chairs down, and we're just gonna do some cool colors inside of here. So it's gonna be 2 tables of 5, which is pretty good. That's technically a table of 10. And yeah, what I'm gonna do, I want the actual table here to look like just a wooden table, which I'm fine with. Like this. Yeah, I don't hate that at all. And then the leg color will be something like this, but we want it to look metal. So we're gonna do brown wood. Yeah, I want it to be something like this. So it looks like it's metal underneath. That looks pretty cool. So we'll pick this. I think we paint on there. There we go. And for the tables, excuse me, for the chairs, just like a monster. Can you tell? We're going to, let's see, what's a cool color? See, there was like a cool deep green that they were using. That looked awful. There was a cool like deep green a common inside of that spot. So I don't know. It would be something like this, just darkened, I guess. It looks like I don't know, a poop brown. So let's go a little bit brighter, maybe. There is a hex input. Let me see if I can use something from Google. Okay, it was sort of like this, if you see that color combo. So I'm just going to see how good this is. It's actually cool. This is actually a hex input. Yeah, I actually don't hate that. We'll do something like this, and we'll kind of make the entire restaurant here just kind of match. And this color with this looks pretty nice, I think. I'm gonna keep looking though for maybe something better, but that's kind of the way it looked. But there's a lot of like yellows and bright browns and also other like different little colors in there that were kind of cool. So I'm gonna see if I can find something a little bit better. Okay, I think I found something that's kind of maybe a little bit cooler than what I have, and I like it a lot. So let's see if we can do this. Okay, here's where I'm at. That color doesn't necessarily look bad, but the rest of the restaurant doesn't really support it. You know what I mean? So I gotta fix the rest of the restaurant real quickly. But if I change the color, is it gonna change the color of inside and the outside? No, it doesn't. Oh, that's sweet. Okay, cool. Okay, so I changed the color of the floor a little bit and the walls, and that I think does match a little bit better. I'm not sure how it looks with that table exactly, but I don't actually hate this. Maybe this makes a little bit more sense. Maybe I look like a madman rambling about to a computer screen, but I think it's gonna work. Big think, but it's a think. But I do think I'll change the chairs out for this. I do like these chairs. I will use them 100%, but let's go ahead and just store them all for now, because this table is very nice. I like the way it came out. Let's kind of see what we can put with this, because again, this is, you know, kind of a big table here, so we kind of need some big chairs to go along with it. Ooh, Japanese long chairs. They don't make a lot of sense, admittedly, because the table base is kind of circular, so we gotta find something like circular, but I like this sort of shape. Something like this, I don't actually hate that much. We could do maybe one of these on each of the ends, and what we're really doing to make them match a little bit better. As a matter of fact, I kind of like these steel frame chairs. If not, you know, I'll reuse them somewhere else, but I do like that. Let's see what we can do with these. If I just pick this and apply it to this, right? Can I do that? So that's the actual match to these, but if I change the materials around, like if we do something like this, okay, that looks awful. I think that's sand, but this looks kind of like leather, which I like that. Ooh, I'm kind of jiving with that. And for this, maybe we do something a little bit more metallic, like those. And you can't really tell, to be honest, but it is kind of cool, I gotta admit. Yeah, I think we'll do this. Oh, that looks kind of sweet, no? I mean, maybe I'm tripping, but I think it looks pretty dang awesome. Now, the table looks like it's all together, but I guess 2 different people should be able to sit here. There's also a Halloween event, but I don't... Oh, you can get some cool stuff, actually. That's cool, I guess. Can we get these eventually? Probably. I don't know. But that's a pretty cool start. I like that a lot. Let's get some lamps over there, which luckily for us, we already have. Go ahead and just move it. I don't like the placement on the lamps. It's a little bit janky, but I guess it works. So we'll do like maybe one there, one there. It look weird. Yeah, we'll put it in the middle. Okay, don't hate that. Our other option is maybe something a little bit more aesthetic. Let's see what else we got. So the issue that I'm running into now is they're all like, they don't really fall down very far. They kind of all stay kind of high up there. The light bulb does come down in a nice direction, but I don't love that. The thin hanging light at $400. Are you kidding me? Ooh, that's nice. We'll use that. So I'm actually just gonna store these 2, and then I'm going to. We should just put a chandelier in here. Wow, that looks majestic. But no. Let's get the spiky light. It's kind of quirky, kind of cool. We'll change the grid size so we can get it right in the middle, which I think should be about there. No, a little bit to the left. That looks pretty cool. Now we just paint this to match everything else. We're good to go. So let's go. You know what? Now's a good time to use our colorway. Let's do that. There's kind of a cool green tone. I don't like that very much. We might be able to make it match the chairs from earlier. Okay, that's a nice green. And the second color is the color of the cord. Excuse me. The third color is the actual bulb, which I wanted to kind of be a nice warm light like that. But yeah, for this color, I don't know what I'm gonna do. If we do something like black or gray, actually doesn't look completely insane. For the material on this, we could do something cool like this, and that actually adds a nice color, nice little depth effect to that. We'll just do black. We'll match it with that, and I think that looks pretty nice. So that's a good first dining area. We'll need to add some decoration in here, which I'm fine with doing now. I'm thinking maybe just a large painting over here, and then what can you put over here? I don't know. something cool. We could just put a shelf in here as well. Oh, I'm so glad we have these. The place I stayed in actually had some stuff like this, and I really, really enjoyed it. What I'm also going to do is kind of make this a closed off section. And by what I mean by that is basically, I want to take some wall, which I don't know what the best way to do that is. I guess probably in here. Is there like a half wall or like a circle wall or something? Maybe a window. Yeah. I want like a cool shape wall. There we go. Down here in the more, could we reuse these to make a cool effect? I don't know. The issue is also that we're facing now is that it's kind of, if I do this, right, it's going to be right behind these people's head. So I have at the entrance on one side, which doesn't make a lot of sense, like, in terms of actually walking it, but could be cool. So there's a lot of stuff we could do with these blocks, but those things are a pain in the butt to use, so I'm not too worried about that very much. Ooh, we got like a modern fireplace we could place in here. Maybe an actual fireplace would be kind of cool if we match the colors. Go ahead and get it back to the normal grid here. So yeah, we can have it right in the middle with that grid, but this one, we actually can. So yeah, I'll place a fireplace in there. We're going to paint this to make it look cool. Actually, wow, that looks awesome. We just copied the thing here. Let me change the good old-fashioned make it back to brick. Oh, that looks sweet. Okay, cool. That looks pretty complete to me. Something on this wall as well will be good to go. Boom. That looks awesome. We got a little shelf in there. This is nice and cozy. We could put some stuff on there, but that's for later. But that looks, dude, that looks awesome. No? I mean, am I tripping? I think it all came together quite nicely. So how do I want to actually section this off? What I could also just do is just take some more walls and just kind of make my own section. We'll go up maybe like 3 or something. And actually, if we can make it line up with this, that'd be perfect. So let's do something like this. Yeah, we'll put a door right in the middle. Yeah, I like that a lot. Cool. We'll do something like this. The way you can't really see in there all that well. And then we just need to do, honestly don't remember how we did doors, but something like this looks kind of cool. Something modern. I like that modern look. I think actually what you're supposed to do is just paint over it and then come back later and do it. Also, I like to do something like this, maybe checkered pattern or something, and have it look a little bit better, like this maybe. Nah, I think it's like right here. Oh my gosh, what a guess. And now we just go to paint. We're just gonna paste that onto all those. Cool, looks nice. And then we'll just pop some windows in here because I think we need something to help this look a little bit cooler. Maybe something like this could be cool, but I'm really bad at this sort of thing where it's not just placing down decorations and crap. It's actually like making this space look cool. You know, I'm trying my best here. I don't actually hate this, but I don't necessarily love it either. Okay, I mean, it looks like the 10 Rings, or whatever that movie was. Interesting. Also, if the door is open, it looks a little bit better, I think, but let me move this up by a little bit like that. Yeah, it looks better. Let's see if we can just space it out a little differently and make it look better. Okay, you know what? I don't hate that much. But it's unfortunate there's nothing else we can really use that would look decent. So what I'll do now is I think I'll just come in here with some pillars and maybe place these inside the wall if possible. Oh, that's a cool looking design. This is definitely like an abstract art sort of wall, but you know what? I guess it's fine. I want to open the restaurant back up just so we can start making some money again because we're getting kind of low here. I've only built 1 room, so that's not a great start, but it's okay. It's going to be fine, I think. I hope. I don't know. It's not going to be fine. It's going to be awful, but we're going to get it working anyways. So there's this. We're going to get some more, I think it's just some more shelves just on the wall here, and maybe that can help it look a little less awkward. Obviously, these will all be painted to the same color. We just need like 1 more shelf on the bottom left and call it a day. Yeah, we're not making another one. That's fine. Okay, let's see. If we make these all black, yeah, it doesn't look that bad. So now we just got to get some stuff to place on there, which I think should be inside of like fun. Yeah, we'll get some like books. The signs are all really sort of big, which is unfortunate. So I think I'll just have to do something like this, just like a little room sign. Maybe just like an open sign. That'd be cool. Oh, it's kind of cool actually. But I got a couple decorations on there. Just like just some books, you know. One of these cool like little heart lamps. It's like something from Terraria. So we'll put that in there. I mean, it's cool. I'll actually do this one. It's a little bit larger. So we'll do something like this, and then we can do, this is the color of text, isn't it? Okay, yeah, we could do something like this. So we do like a black with a white text. Also, I do need to make sure that I set all of these to be wooden. Same with these windows, so that the black is actually, it's a little bit deeper of a black if you use that. So that looks cool. Now let's see, what do we want to put on here? Like, what do you even like? I don't even know what to like put in here. Ooh, that's kind of special. Ooh, that's kind of special. Ooh, that's kind of ugly. Maybe we do like, let's get some like French in here. If we do like room, oh yeah, chambray. That looks professional. We'll do that right there. Chambray. Like that right there. Oh, yeah, buddy. That looks special as crap. All right, nice. So we got our first room. I think it looks pretty awesome inside of here. We need to add some more decorations and stuff, but for the most part, it's pretty spectacular. Also, this should help us out a little bit in terms of our stars, because we should be getting a lot of decoration points. So that's pretty awesome. Am I only seating 2 guests at a time? No, okay, that's 3. Okay, so it does work. So that's cool. That's awesome. Love that a lot. Now, we got to get the couple more things in here, which is one of them is actually getting drinks. What was that noise? Oh, it's a rush hour. So staff will move faster during rush hour. Interesting. So, okay, we have some money rolling back in, which is definitely needed. I'll tell you that much right now. Now, I got these cool chairs like I was talking about earlier. Where should I use these at? Which I do still like these a lot. We could do just some small tables, like maybe one there, you know, just around the block. I do need to change the thing to this so I can get these centered like so. So maybe we do like just some small tables, maybe like sprinkled around. I don't even mind this wooden table that much. If we can change the material separately, we cannot. Okay, cool. Well, you're getting stored forever. So with the tables, this would match the table in there, but I want to do something kind of different. So I think the tables out here need to have a bit of a different spunk to them. Ooh. Okay, now maybe call me crazy, but I don't hate that. Okay, I just messed everything up. Okay, there we go. That's what these look like. I actually don't hate that. If we were to go and put like a little candle, ooh, yeah, something like this. That's pretty rad. Come on now, that's pretty rad. That's a bit of a big candle for that table, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's pretty cool. Bit of a hazard, perhaps, but you know what? Everything in this restaurant is a hazard, including me. So there we go. That's pretty sweet looking. So I think we're just kind of take this same sort of style and just kind of duplicate it around the restaurant. Let's see. Maybe we can fit another one in like here. I don't know why I'm buying these. I just bought 2 more of those stupid chairs. Oh, goodness. All right. We have 8 more. We can make a couple more. Yeah, I think honestly what I'll do is just have a section over here designated to these tables because they take up a lot of space if I was to do it any other way. So we'll do something like this. And I think, yeah, we'll just continue. I like the 2 block or the 1 block. 1 block. Boom. And then now I'll have to buy these tables a couple more times. But oh my gosh, they're $900 a piece. Oh, okay. I just bought so much. I just spent so much money. And these are $180 a piece. Are we being for real? Oh my gosh. It's all right. It's okay. It's going to pay off. That's why I saved with the money. Gosh, it hurts. Should I keep that one over there? I like that one over there. We're going to keep that one over there. And then we'll have a couple over here, which I think it looks okay. It looks funky. Let me fix it. Okay, that's a lot better. I had to just add some more space in between them. And I think we'll also throw some plants in between. Because here's the thing. If I'm sitting here, I do not want to be that close to somebody else when I'm eating, okay? Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's my caveman instinct, okay? But I don't want to look at another person when I'm eating that I don't know. Call me weird. So this is going to be a lot better, hopefully for our guests as well. I did open my restaurant, didn't I? Okay, I actually closed it, so that's fine. But nice, we got some more tables in here. So now we're up to 2, 4, 6 tables of 2, and then 2 tables of 5. So that's pretty good. Hopefully all the smaller parties will get siphoned into these ones, and those can be left open for whoever actually needs to use them. I do need to make a spot for the drinks, which it sucks because these things are actually kind of ugly if you're not using, like, if you're not doing like the first Moocah restaurant, right? Where it's just big Moocahs. It don't matter how it looks, just what it is. But for now, at least, we'll have to do something like this. I also do have a manager's desk, but to be honest, I don't even know what to do with this thing. You know, for now, I'll place it outside because you know what? It's out of the way and I can still use it. So there we go. There's that. Do I actually have a barista hired? I don't think so. There we go. $200, $400. We'll get these right now. And drink machine, I think. Yeah, we have to unlock these. But this is going to be really good because it's going to help us sort of slow down the process. But we can't even buy anything past cola because, well, we don't have high enough level baristas yet. But hopefully they'll have some good work. They'll have some good customers. I don't know. Hopefully we make some money off it. I don't know how much they go for. I guess we can check. $3 and $4. Okay, cool. Yeah, our menu is weak as crap right now. Not gonna lie. But having to restart your menu every time you restart a world is kind of hard because, well, if you're not doing all the challenges that it says, just kind of out of luck. And oh, I can actually make the. Oh, cool. Oh no, our chefs are also using the drink machine. I don't like that at all. I wanted it to be just a barista job. Actually, there might be a barista. Yeah, drinks order counter. I think if I get this, it will eliminate that. So there we go. I also do need to paint all these to match, and that should be a little bit better. There we go. Now barista is working nice and good. Hopefully that'll make us a lot more money, because at the moment we're not making crazy amounts of money, to be honest. We're doing okay, but we can definitely be doing better. Also, I think my chefs are sort of broken, and I do need to upgrade my other server to at least level 3, I think, because I think, let me see what I've got so far. See, this is not even working. I think it's level 3 for the cart, so when you get that, how much more money do I have? 3,400 bucks. Man, I'm broke. Goodness. Well, let's use the rest of our money to just level up everyone slightly. So 30% walk speed, faster frying, not really. Yeah, 30% walk speed on you, 30% walk speed on you, faster chopping. I just want to get everyone to level 2, and then we'll push everyone to level 3 and keep it going. There we go. There's that. If I were to upgrade you again, okay, so now you can use the waiter tray. We got to get all of our people to waiter trays instantaneously, because it actually saves so much time and makes it a lot faster. All right, that's all of our money. But we have level 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So we got a lot of good stuff here. Hopefully this will be a pretty big increase. We're making some pretty good money, I would imagine. I would hope. And yeah, this place back here is pretty popular. If I look at my restaurant, let's see what our ratings are at. Service is not great, but we'll get better as we improve our levels. Food, okay. Yeah, we need different cuisines. And also we need to upgrade our kitchen, which we will do next time we make some money. Atmosphere isn't great somehow. And we just need a toilet, obviously, but that's fine. That's a task for another day. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you what though, our restaurant doesn't look half bad. It looks full bad. What I'm gonna do next is I think we're gonna like make a little bit of like a hallway or something to just break up the space a little bit, because it's a little bit, it just looks kind of bland, right? This back here, I love it. Actually, more I look at it, I kind of hate it, but we're gonna ignore it for now. But they're just, there's some things that I could do to make it look a little bit better. And I guess for now we'll get this. What is this? Chicken wings. Nice. Yeah, well, we'll just try to break up the space a little bit better and hope that makes a difference. But we need to make some money first, so I'm gonna get to grinding and be back in no time. All right, we got $29,000 yet again. I took that wall down. I ended up hating it, but it don't matter. We're gonna get this thing going here because I need to make some money. The money process has definitely slowed a little bit. I don't know if that's because I don't have as many drinks as I once did, or what the issue is, really. But here in a second, we should hopefully be able to make some more money. I'm still working on these things. I just haven't been doing them because I don't want to sit here and cook again and again and again and do the same like 6 tasks over and over again. I really wish I'd bring it back the kind of the old system, but just make it a lot easier. It would be nice, but it's okay. And we're actually now serving a dessert, which is gonna be frozen yogurt. So our menu is yeah, definitely lacking a little bit, but something like this, if we can get beef, bread, and cheese, we can start boosting the prices of all of these, which is definitely a necessity. I don't think I have anything. All right, well, maybe I think I actually have potatoes. Let me check something real quick. I don't know where the farm's at. It's up here. I could actually farm and like grow crops and stuff. And I think yep, there we go. You can see here, I planted some onions, tomatoes, potatoes, wheat, and carrots. Okay, I do have to buy a refrigerator first, though. So let's do that. I'm just going to guess it'd be inside the kitchen. And there it is. Okay, let's see. Back to the farm we go. And yeah, we can harvest quite a lot. All right, so now we should be able to upgrade these. Yep, boost to $8. You can see there, I have a little symbol there to show that. We're gonna need 4 chicken for that. We need milk, cheese, and pasta for that. Okay, so that's quite a lot. Ice for the water, ice and sugar for the Coke. Okay, got it. Well, good thing is we do officially have one thing that's boosted, so maybe that makes us a little bit more money in the long run. I'm not sure if it also boosts like the popularity of the item or really how it works whatsoever, but I am excited to see it work nonetheless. Now, I do want to go check out, because I did unlock some other things as well. So there's the farm, the plaza, the IKEA. Okay. See, there was some other stuff we could do, like the butcher shop, and I think like that. And the town looks really cool when it's all Halloween, so that's cool. Yeah, so we got bakery. Baking level 3 is required, which you can see I'm only at level 1, so that's not really great. Or level 2. So I think that's the last thing I have to actually unlock, though. Everything else should be unlocked. The butcher, we do have access to. I'm really hoping it's not like you have to be level 5 to unlock this certain type of meat, Oh, I really hope not. Here's a supermarket. We can go in here. And, okay, we can actually buy ice. We'll get some ice because you're going to need a lot of this stuff. Let's get like 10 of them. We'll get like 10 cheese. That sounds not like 10 cheese. 10 of those. We'll get probably 10 of these. And then let's get like 10 of these as well. That's going to be a little bit of money there, but I figured that'd be fine. I can upgrade a couple more things already. Okay, so the butcher and the fisherman are all down here. Sweet. We're going to need a lot of meat. It's going to be 65 bucks a piece. Let's go ahead and get like 5 of those. Let's go ahead and get 4 chickens, 4 pork, 4 lamb. While we're down here, might as well go to the fisherman as well and get a couple fish. Those are pretty expensive though. But that's, I think, going to be worth it in the long run. So let's see. Menu. Mac and cheese. We need milk. Okay. I mean, the bakery wouldn't have that, would it? I would imagine that the milk would be here. No, I guess not. Okay. Must be at the farm, I guess. Here's the credits. Very cool. So we'll go to the farm here. And, okay, yeah, I'm guessing this is where we buy. Okay, nice. Okay, there are some that are unavailable for today. I don't like that at all. But luckily, it's stuff that we've already grown pretty much, so we're fine. Let's get like 6 of them things and we should be good. So now let's take a look at the menu. Mac and cheese, there we go. We can boost up to $8 from whatever it was at before. Chicken, we can get from $6 to $9. Very good. Cheeseburgers. Oh, we need bread. Okay, that's fine. We can get that in a minute. So we need those for both of those. But we can boost like our actual mains to $13 for a hot dog, which is a scam, and $12 for a hamburger, which is less of a scam, but still a pretty big scam. Let's go ahead and upgrade our frozen yogurt. Oh, we need 1 more berry. Okay. We need an egg for the donut. And we need an egg for the pancakes as well. Wow. So everything basically doesn't work except for this and this and this and this and this. Okay, cool. Well, there's our drinks boosted as well. So we should be making a little bit more money off of those. If we go to shop, what is this? I don't know. Let's go back to the plaza. Let's see if we can't find any bread for sale. It may have been up there at the other spot, but I don't think it was. Is it not? I don't know why it wouldn't be in here. Nothing in there. Oh, bread is at the bakery. That's right. Let's go ahead and just get, what's the rarest we could do? Let's go to apple tree. Let's do a lettuce. Let's do a berry bush. Let's do a carrot. And then let's just do a potato. And we'll call that good for now. It's going to take a long time, but I got a lot of time to burn. So that's no issue there. Let's go ahead and see these customers. I got to start working on these a little bit more often. And yeah, with an improved menu like this, we are going to start making a lot more money. Hopefully. I do need to get a spot for the manager's desk. Because I think right now it's just sitting outside. But yeah, it is. Wow. You can see here just how many encounters we've had with different type of customers. Regular, VIP, birthday. I think this is like the celebrity. And then that's got to be a celebrity. And then maybe just something else there. This is where we can get the thoughts. Looks like they're all pretty positive for now. We can actually start a franchise, which I will 100% do. It's going to be $1,200, but for us to be able to make money offline, I think it's pretty good. So you can see here, we can actually level up to a level 2. We have to have a 3-star restaurant. So wait, is this only able to hold $250? Because if so, that is absolutely terrible. Here's this stuff. There's hours played and everything. That's pretty cool. But let's go ahead and take this $26,000 and continue to work on the rest of the restaurant. Just going to close the restaurant for now. Everybody should get their orders pushed through slowly but surely and should exit the premises pretty close to immediately. And when we do that, we'll just start thinking of what we want to do next. I do like the idea of this being separated off, but I think what I'll do instead is separate this entire thing off from this line, move this table somewhere else, and then have another one of these set up in this corner here. I think it'll actually fit perfectly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it won't be perfectly centered, but we could just do a slimmed down version of it and call it a day. So that's kind of my plan for that. And then over here, we could maybe have a little section for an office or something. I don't really know exactly what we need to do, but we also, during this time, need to 100% get a better kitchen. As you can see, I have the faster industrial stuff unlocked. I just haven't used it yet. So we need to get this going before we open the restaurant back up. And I'm honestly thinking, like, I'm very tempted to expand out this way and just make a giant kitchen over here. And to be honest, I think, yeah, I'm gonna do exactly that. So I don't want to go all the way to the edge of the map, but we'll do something like this, where we'll have a little bit of space. So 1, 2, yeah, we'll do something like this, and then I'll just let it wrap around to the back here. I also am tempted to change the color of the outside of the restaurant. It does look a little bit bland, if you're asking me. Not the biggest fan of it. All right, there's that. So this whole section is now set up, and I do like the being able to see people walking in type of thing. going on there. I don't know what that's called, but that's what we're calling it. Floor slowly but surely getting out of here. Looks like we got about one customer left that's eating, and that should be good for that. I don't think he'll let me move these until the entire restaurant's empty. Oh, it will. Okay, cool. Well, I don't actually need to move them. I just need to sell them all. So we're literally just going to sell everything that I possibly can. Also, just move the fridge and stuff. Just get it out of the way a little bit. And I can actually, that's what I'll do for this. I'll have a little wall that just kind of wraps around this, like so. Put me a little plain door in there, and that'll be my office. Okay, cool. So that's settled. But yeah, let's go into here. So from here down, looks like, is what we're needing. And we're just going to make this place a little bit more efficient. I want everything to be as close as humanly possible, because I don't want a lot of the walking around. That's what kills you in this game. And to be honest, I think, what do we need? We need a basic kitchen counter. So it's this. I mean, that should be the only kitchen setup we really need as far as I'm concerned. And then, yeah, the order counter, which we could, what I'll do is move everything out by one. And then we'll just put this, I'm thinking back here. Let's do it like here. It'll be a little bit more walking space for our waiters, but I don't really care about that. I just want my chefs to be cooking as fast as possible. We'll get a sink just because of the fun of it, I guess. And then I'm gonna have a different section over here. This will be for drinks, so we'll do that. And then, yeah, I guess it's a large drink machine. So that's pretty cool. I would like to get something over here. There's some things I don't even know why you'd get. I'm like, what does the industrial storage do? Let's go ahead and get our tip jar just over there. And then I guess I could also throw in a coffee bar back here. It'll all be color matched in the end, so it won't really matter. So I'm gonna go ahead and just throw one of these things down just because again, I don't really know why you would, but we're going to do it anyways. And now let's go ahead and get everything color matched and hopefully make this place look a little bit better. So if we go to paint, I'm a simple guy. I just like dark black colors like this. I think it looks great. Oh, and someone is doing trick or treats to me? I'm getting a bunch of free stuff. So thank you. Give me a free VIP customer. Nice. There we go. That's going to work great. It's out of the way now. We can have all this space to do what exactly? I don't really know, but something with, so we'll take that. I'll go put the old money jar on top of this shelf over here. I think it looks kind of cool. Let's go ahead and just store all this stuff. And I think what I'm also going to do is downsize the amount of these tables that I actually am using at the moment. Just because I don't want it to look like too repetitive. I want it to look a little bit different for each section. And so what I'm going to do is, I think, try and offset them a little bit just to make it look a little bit more interesting. Maybe something like this. I'd like to almost be able to squeeze another one in somewhere like here, but I don't think that'll work nearly as good as I think it will. So that's a little bit better, just it being offset by one. It makes it a little bit less, I don't know, like robotic or whatever. Okay, I think something like this is going to be my sweet spot for now. Just, it makes that area a lot less, like, it doesn't just go across the entire restaurant, you know, it's like, it's a little bit more compact. I think it looks a little bit better, to be honest, so that's fine. I am tempted to go in and actually, like, change these floors a little bit. Like, if we were changing, like, tile like this, that's crazy. That's sand. Ugly. Don't hate it. Like, maybe we could do, I think is that carpet? What is that? It looks shiny. Maybe this in like a gray wouldn't look half bad. All right, it looks full bad. Great. I mean, we could do like a gray carpet. I think it looks better, but this carpet texture looks real kind of shaggy. So I think I'm using like this. Maybe that's kind of crazy, but I also want to just let me go ahead and just sell the floors. I want to do them a little bit differently because I want to be kind of sectioned off. Like, for example, this section here has no business being carpet. It's a kitchen. So something like this looks a lot more kitchen-esque to me than having carpet in there. So that's fine. I will also need to wall this all off. So we'll just have to go something like this and then add a door in there. Nice big worker door if that's a thing. All right, modern double door will work. And then I'll come through and fix all like the materials and stuff later because I don't want it to be the same as the outside wall. Same with this one here. Okay, cool. So this is gonna be a little bit better for us just to be able to kind of deal with it. So let's go ahead and just start planning out some spots here because I don't have a whole lot of stuff. I have these thin glass panels which are cool. I could maybe like put them in here, but I am thinking, is there some kind of like, what's it called? Not a carpet, but like a shade or a curtain? That's what the word is. Is there some sort of like curtain thing? Because if so, that's what I'm thinking of using. You know, this might be what we're thinking of using. Just something like we can just use this plain. Yeah, let's just get everything separated first, and we'll go from there. So that's a little room there. I want to have this whole section be its own spot, and then this whole section here will be its own spot. But I don't want this area here to feel weird. And so I kind of want to have like some loose sectioning, like just by using the floor instead of everything else to kind of section these off and have like tables on either side maybe. So yeah, let me think about that as well. Door wise, I think the wooden double doors here, yeah, that's fine. And then if we can just like paint these to match that table, I like that a lot. As a matter of fact, I like these doors a lot. So let's just, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of thing. I don't know where this is at. Okay. Something like that looks okay. Again, these walls are not going to be this bright white, I promise you. In fact, I wanted something kind of different with these. Maybe there's a cool texture we could use on these. Well, it doesn't look half bad. That texture's kind of cool. And then maybe like a gray. Although I gotta say, I did like this color over here. If I just, oh no, yeah, I don't hate that color that much. This thing has like scratches on it though, which I'm not really in love with. But that doesn't look half bad, right? For like an interior wall, you know what I mean? Doesn't look half bad. The bricks look janky to say the least. Rocks don't look half bad, I guess as well. Let's look a little bit cookie cutter. And I like the other look a little bit better. What about just wood? What if we just do like a dark black wood or something? Okay, actually, well, hold up. This right here is kind of cool. If I do like a weird color on this, like that deep olive green that I liked, it just doesn't look the same inside the game as it does on the website, which is unfortunate. Okay, now that is interesting. I like that a lot. Yeah, this restaurant is definitely a little bit different than the last one, and I wonder if there's a way I could section this off. It looks a little bit less just wall-y, you know? And maybe if I grab some of these windows and I come in here and place them like here, here, and here on either side, maybe that would help a little bit. So here's what I'm thinking. This sort of design for the glass windows here, and then just mimicking something similar over here. So a 2 and 2, is it? Oh, it's not dead even. Okay. Oh, this isn't also off by 1. But I gotta be honest, I don't hate that look. I think that's a little bit more inviting than the other one was. Let's see what we can do on this one as well. If I just did 1 there. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I'm just kind of experimenting now with what I can do, and I just kind of got these doorways in here. And I gotta say, I don't hate it. I don't hate the way this has come out so far. I also want to move this to be here. So that right there is a little bit different than how I had it before. But just like this. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. I'm gonna mimic that look though. So let's go ahead and move it out by just 1 block like that. So then you have these cool sort of double doors. I'm keeping this black just to break it up a little bit. And I think, yeah, I think that'll work good. So I'm just gonna dye all of these things the right color now. And maybe we'll change the individual room colors. Maybe that's something we can do. I do like the idea of keeping the kitchen more white. But back here, like that's pretty cool looking. I don't hate that at all. You know, all of my builds kind of drift towards the same like 4 or 5 colors, but it's like my favorite like aesthetic colors, you know? Let's see if we can do anything to this door. Yeah, it looks nice. Okay, cool. Also, we'll just rotate it so that it opens up the other way if I can. There we go. And I think that looks a lot better than the just terrible looking hallways I had before. So let's see. What do we want to have in here? Because this is it's a kitchen, you know? It's not supposed to be the most glamorous spot of the not hotel, but whatever this place is called, the restaurant. There it is. Maybe we just do plain. Yeah, we just do like a nice bright white plain color. Call it a day. I like that. Cool. So now that we have everything kind of more decently set up, I will go ahead, I think, and open the restaurant because everything that's already in here is good to go. This space here is a little bit cramped, but I don't care. It's fine. So we'll open up the restaurant. People will start pouring back in. We'll not be making basically any money right now, but I'll tell you what, it's okay. It's gonna be all right. We're gonna make our money back eventually. Let's go ahead and get this table down in here. And then just, like per usual, go ahead, make this a table of 8. I'm actually gonna go ahead and make this a table of 6 and move it back 1. Just because I like the way this fits a little bit better than how I had it before. And honestly, let's make another little table over here. But this time, let's make it for our table just a 4. That all looks, I think, pretty cool. It's nice. It matches the aesthetic very nicely. Let's go ahead and just get these a little bit further away from that wall that's all lined up now perfectly. And I like this a lot. So for this room, what do we want to have in terms of flooring? Let's take a little look. So here's just a nice, I mean, that's pretty basic. It's just a white, but I don't actually know. This is where my expertise in terms of like design kind of run out. This is kind of cool. I like that. Maybe if we make it a little bit darker, we try that out. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's pretty cool. That's this is very cool. Very manly-esque. You know, a lot of leather, a lot of blacks and grays and stuff, but I'm a big fan. And then what I'll go ahead and do is just, I think we get a couple more of these chandelier looking things in here, and that'll be good. Let's go ahead and get the grid size nice and perfect there. Wow. See, it looks like it's not even there on my screen when I'm placing it down, but oh, Betty, it is. That looks nice. And then just move this accordingly as well. Do I have to go back? I guess that is the smallest grid size, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay. Right there looks nice for that as well. And I can't. Is that on center? No, it's off by one, I think, to the right. I need to go in between the ones. So that'll be fine for now. Cool. So that is one spot in the restaurant. Pretty cool. I don't know what to do with this section here. So I guess let's take a look at our options here. We could use like the Japanese tables and try something a little bit special in here. Maybe something just a little bit different. This is a table? All right, this is pretty cool. I will... Whoa, can place this at an angle. I would like to get some spots in here. And honestly, I would like this to be kind of like a little study lounge type thing, if that makes any sort of sense. I like the idea of having like a spot where people can come and work on like their schoolwork and stuff. So how am I gonna do that properly? I think if we just do something like this. These are all tables. Also, I accidentally made this wall this color, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it. So we're just going to paint all these that nice deep brown. And for chairs, what looks like a study chair? We could do something like a wooden stool and just put maybe one of them or maybe a couple of them at a table. Or we could do like a nice long bench sort of thing. If I wanted to sit somewhere, oh, the inclined sofa does look quite cool, I have to admit. I like this one a lot, and it would fit quite perfectly in there. Ooh, the egg chairs could be kind of fun. Never used these things before in a build. But if I place them on all these and their color match, I don't think it'll look bad. I think it'll be kind of funky and kind of spunky, you know, kind of cool. So I think for these we'll do a nice black with that same color wood there. So we'll do like a black with that. And I think on these, what texture should I do? I really do think we should do, I don't hate the wooden, to be honest. It looks kind of cool. But what looks comfortable? That's the real question. Probably not brick, you know? Ooh, I like that. Let's do that. So we got the egg chairs in here. And then honestly, what would be kind of cool is if I could like do a smaller staircase and have like a little nook up top where people could sit. I don't know. I'm just thinking here. Free balling, if you will. But let's see. That's fine for now. We'll put some really cool lights in here and stuff. Oh yeah, some desk lamps. That's pretty cool. And now that we get that all settled out, let's see what we can do for flooring in here. Because I want them to all be kind of different. Let's see. We paint this. This one in here can be kind of warm. You know, it can be something like this. Oh, someone just gave me 5 likes. Thank you. But yeah, I like something like this. It's kind of cool. It's a nice, comfy section in there. I think this is going to work great. And then I want to just get a couple more people in here, so let's go ahead and just do, say, 2 more tables there. Okay, and the egg study room is, I think, pretty cool. Now, we still have decorations everywhere, all that fun stuff. That'll come eventually. Let's go back to floor here. Let's go ahead and get the flooring for this joint. Ooh, this is kind of nice. I'm going to take that. It's the same as a kitchen, I understand that, but I like this brown with that green, so we're going to do something like that. Just keep it nice and sweet, nice and simple. And then for out here, we're going to have to do something kind of strange, I'm thinking. Let's go to about there, go all the way down and over. And that's not even at all, but it's okay. All right, that's even, so 8 on each side. And for these, maybe this is crazy, and correct me if it is, but a nice little splash of color like a red carpet. Does that look awful? Something like this? I think that looks kind of cool. I'm keeping that. I think that looks really nice. And this is all going to be gray or black on either side, so it's not going to affect it that much. But what I will want to do is something like this. I want to have all the rooms kind of mapped out. Also, like having their own little sections. And it's going to be a lot of work for the floor and to get it all back to kind of match, but I don't really care. It's worth it in my book. Like that. And then for the rest of the floor, what could we do in here to look kind of cool? Ooh, something like this is not bad. Maybe if we do like a dark version of that. This will match the walls quite nicely. I like that. We're doing that. Okay, there we go. Now what I want to do is, instead of having these in the corners, I want to have them by every door. So like here and here, here and here. Maybe have one on like the interior wall there. And I think that just looks a lot better than how we had it. And then obviously 2 here as well. Cool. So now this is the space I have to work with to add some extra tables in here. And I'm thinking there's a cool spot here in my town where there's like these little study nooks, or like little I don't know what they're called really. like a little cubby that you can go into and shut the door behind you. And it's this cool little area. I don't even know. But it's cool. You know what I mean? So what I'm thinking is maybe try making some of those. It's going to be really hard with how this game runs, though. I don't think it's possible. But it would be something that I'd like to do in the future. What I could do is like a low wood border. Like this. That just sort of maybe skips. What is that? Something like this. A nice little border here. And then we can come into here and place some tables back yonder. I'm not sure which tables I want to do, though. We could do something like this, like a lunchroom looking table. And if I put it in the middle, yeah, we got enough space for some stuff on either side. This table only has to have one seat, but that's okay. And then for the chairs, I think I want to do those like those tiny little stools. Mostly because they don't actually look that large. Yeah, I can't fit one in there, but that's okay. And those look kind of interesting. And we'll just color match these all to those. And then I like the idea of just color matching these chairs. So a little bit of green is still in the restaurant. And I think that's pretty cool looking. On top of that, let's go ahead and get these candles that I have in here and just make this like that. Now I have some more space back there. I'm going to actually go ahead and just do the same thing. But instead of doing like a lot of them spaced out, I'm just going to do one big section and it's just going to do for one table or one set of tables, which we'll just say like this is a spot for a party of whatever to go and hang out at. I'm not really too sure what to do with this section because I can't really fit any really big tables in here. I might just do some stuff like this again out here. I've even noticed my money steadily going down. I'll tell you what I can do out here is just reuse some of these tables because I think they are still cool tables. And we only have about 3 of them. So I'll just use 2 tables here. We'll do one here, and then I have a couple more chairs. We'll just use some more of these green ones. Yeah. Okay, cool. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know. I'm not really professional, but hey, for just a guy trying his best, I think this is pretty nice. A lot of movement, a lot of like different colors, a lot of different things. I think it's just a pretty dramatic upgrade from how we had it before. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to actually copy this as well onto this one because I do like having like these wooden accent walls. And I'm going to do the same thing right... I'm sorry, I gotta paint you. Copy this. I think, yeah, I'm gonna have another accent wall there. And then is there anywhere else I could have an accent wall that wouldn't look absolutely terrible? Maybe behind the fireplace. I mean, yeah, I like that a lot. Having a wooden wall behind a fireplace is definitely not the smartest choice probably, but it's a choice nonetheless that I am gonna go ahead and do. I think this looks a lot nicer, even though there's like some gaps here and here. I think it's just kind of nice. And what I also can do is put like the little space where people can stand at. And I'm also, I want this to maybe come to like here. There we go. So we have like a little host stand there. And then I think it's gonna be pretty cool looking. So next, I will have to definitely upgrade the outside. I still have to like finish these and go all the way around with those. Same here. Go around this side with the same sort of design. But I think this is pretty good. I like this a lot. I feel like this is a pretty cool looking restaurant. The Glass Cafe is kind of a cool name as well. In fact, let me go ahead and change the name real quick just to make sure it is actually that. There we go. The Glass Cafe. I think it looks pretty nice. It's a very nice restaurant. Weird shape, but a cool restaurant nonetheless. I will also redo the roof next time I get some money. Well, I guess it's not that much money. Let's just do it right now. Here's what I'm thinking for the outside. I don't hate the color of it, but I think, or sorry, the design of it, but the color does not match the interior pretty much at all now. So what can we do out here that makes sense? We could do like a black brick like so. Maybe make it a little bit lighter. It's hard to imagine how the whole place would look, but I like the white brick. Nice. It's also a pretty dramatic change going from the outside to the inside. But I don't hate it. So the nice glass cafe, and then for the roof, we're doing black. I mean, you just can't go wrong with black. It looks so good. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, looks like a pretty nice restaurant. Obviously, we need some better work on like this sort of stuff, but you know what I'm saying. It's pretty good. Like a table for 2. We'll go ahead and seat you right here. You guys enjoy your dinner. Let me know if you need anything at all. Manager Moocah here. Kitchen seems to be doing good. I got everyone squeezed into a nice tight spot here, which is very good. Like I said before with my prediction, is that our servers are gonna have a little bit of a hard time keeping up because they have to walk a long ways. But once they're leveled up, I think it should be okay. We'll go ahead and get this guy leveled up as well, Asher. And I've been slowly but surely leveling up everyone to level 3 now, which as you can see, we're pretty good. There are some more we can get, but I want to level up my guys more because 3,000 when I could just do this. Yeah, like for example, Summer will have this plus 60% walk speed. Now, we'll get 135 bucks, so I got to take some time before I come back. But for the most part, this is going to work great. Our menu is now improved. Hopefully everyone's pretty happy, and the restaurant looks great. Let me also just paint this nice and black. Oh, that looks really sweet. Cool. I'm happy. Before I go ahead and AFK some more, let's see. Do you have eggs? You do not. I find that very strange that the farmer doesn't sell eggs. I guess we gotta go to the bakery, which I guess makes sense. But yeah, the glass cafe is doing really good. I'm gonna let it make some money. I'll be back in a little bit. Be back soon. Okay, so now what we need to do is, I think, continue to spice up the outside of the restaurant, like I was talking about doing earlier. I'm not really sure I can do that very well on this side, but I'm 100% going to finish off this. But yeah, these are 85 bucks a piece, so I just literally couldn't afford to do this earlier. But we'll get this done now. See, it's like a 1 block gap. Okay, and then I also want to paint these because I think I can make them look a little bit better. Yeah, I like that, like a brighter green maybe. Like that. That's the normal green. There we go. And then for the pot, let's go ahead and get a nice black in there, or maybe a gray, maybe a light gray, maybe a yeah. I think we're gonna do a white. We're gonna match the color of the restaurant. I think that looks pretty dang good. I'm gonna leave these brown though. Let's go ahead and actually what I'll do, we'll color match these to the other wood that we've been using inside, and that should tie everything together in a nice way. Okay, cool. So that's all done. We are making pretty good money. I was only able to leave my thing on for a little bit of time, and I got $30,000, so that's pretty good. So now I could either continue to upgrade our people, I can try to get some more stuff, or do something else. I'm not really sure what the best idea is here, but I'll tell you what, we're gonna seek those customers. Let me head to my office and let me see just how much money we've been making offline, if we even have been, because I want to see what we made over last night. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like we still are only making up to $250, which isn't that good in all honesty. We'll go ahead. I think this is a brownie. Let's go ahead and get that unlocked. And I really do need to do some work in the kitchen. I kinda need to level up my baking a little bit more so that we can unlock the bakery access and have access to upgrade basically everything. You can see here, we do have a lot of stuff actually built, which is nice. But I'll tell you what, the restaurant seems to be doing pretty dang good. We seem to be doing a lot of customers, a lot of money's seeming to go out, so this is really good. I tell you what, let's take this 30K and get the print advertising. That's going to increase the amount of customers even more. It's only 1,300 bucks as well, not too bad. And then we could get a bunch of more stuff here. We could get billboard advertising, which should increase it again. But I think instead I'm going to go ahead and unlock the level 3 kitchens. And we're going to see how this is going to go here. You can see we are pushing out a lot of food, which is definitely a good thing. My chefs are actually doing fine. And I still don't think there's a way to put someone on a break, which is not. Okay, I don't like that. If I fire somebody, I have to go back and rehire and spend all the money again. So that needs to be added here soon, hopefully. But I will just sit back here and keep trying to cook dishes. I gotta just make 5 dishes, which isn't a lot, but it's kind of difficult to actually be able to find the time to squeeze in between the sweaty old chefs. But I have to say, I'm a big fan of this restaurant so far. Probably my favorite restaurant I've made to date. I also can just come over here and just do drinks, and that is equivalent to an order. So I can just do these all day, and it's way easier. Also, go ahead and unlock like tea and coffee, flat white, and cappuccino. Also can get lemonade, apple juice, and that's about it for that. So now, if we go to our menu, you can see, look, our drinks looking very nice. We can go ahead and start boosting these as well, just to get the price up even higher. Looks like we can actually do all of these. Very cool. $9 for a cappuccino. You're getting scammed, but I don't really care. I mean, apples and ice, which I think we actually just grew a bunch of ice. Grew a bunch of ice, yeah. We grew a bunch of apples. We did. We also did level up again. Let's go ahead and cancel this. I'll tell you what I'll do. Another apple tree. Do some more berries. We'll do some more tomatoes. We'll do a lot more sugarcane. 2 of those, actually, because pretty much everything uses sugarcane. And then let's do some wheat. No milk is available today. Unfortunate. Okay, I went ahead and restocked on a couple of our things, which is going to be pretty good. But what I'm going to go ahead and do now is just close the restaurant. Let everyone get their meals and close out. And then I'm going to come in here, upgrade my kitchen again to level 3. And looking at my star rating, I don't understand how our atmosphere is still so low. I mean, we're not playing music, we are, so I don't understand. Also, it says decorate your restaurant. I guess we don't have much decorations. That's probably fair. So let me come through here and just decorate. I'm going to use stuff in this section to decorate. In this room, easy, we can put our leadership trophy, our management trophy, our alpha playtester trophy, and our beta playtester trophy. There we go. That's a lot of stuff there. I also will need to do like I did in the other Resturant Tycoon, where I just put forks and knives and stuff like that on every table, and that also helped a lot with the decoration. All right, so I got this room decorated. You can see I just threw some laptops, some pins, some paintings in here, and I think it looks quite nice. So hopefully that'll help out a little bit. For areas like this, I'm not sure what to do other than just throw a picture in here. Yeah, You know, the decorations are definitely a little bit strange in this game. Oh, we also just unlocked another trophy. Put that over here as well. All right, everyone should be out of the restaurant now. So let's go ahead and get these things here sold. Here we go. These are the actual fastest in the game. So we'll just do an oven. Yeah, let's just do 3 ovens. Then just 3 or 2 counters and an order counter. Easy peasy. Now we just come here and paint these. We want it to be black with a nice like gray with a nice like black. Dunzo, punzo. There we go. So those are gonna be done for now. But that's good. That'll help us start out a little bit more than they already are being helped. Let's go in here now and just get everything kind of set up. You know, I don't really want ketchup though, do I? Yeah, I mean, I guess it's fine. Let's get a napkin holder on every table. All right, there's some napkin holders. And I'm not gonna put like 1,000 forks on each table, which is, you know, it's kind of meaningless. So I'll actually go ahead in here and just kind of put all this stuff in here. Something like that looks fine to me, because I believe that I remember that this actually did help out my rating a lot last time I did it. So we're gonna just do a lot of this again. And luckily, like, we're done for now with upgrading this section, so we shouldn't have to come back and change it again. So hopefully we should be good. And then let's just go ahead and add salt and pepper on every table. All right, cool. So that should hopefully help out our decoration a little bit. Looks like, okay, we're up to 2.2. I'm just gonna go through, add a bunch of more pictures, and that'll have to be good for now. Oh, and then we got a bunch of plants too. That's right. Okay, so I do have some other options. I'm painting it down there, and then I do want to come in here and get a large modern painting for the end of this section. And in here, yeah, we can put another modern painting in there and call that good. All right, all those are done. And then nature, I got a couple plants in here where I think they might be able to fit. Some out here in the lobby as well. We just like skipped one, but I think it's gonna be good for now. So let's go ahead and open the restaurant back up. Atmosphere is up to 2.9, which is pretty good. Not bad at all. If we get hygiene, that will give us a lot of extra score as well. Then our expansions is only 2.2. So, you know, the rating system really doesn't matter. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. But it would be nice to have a higher rated restaurant. But I think everything looks a lot better now with said decorations in here. I think it looks a lot more realistic. And then when we're down to 11,000 bucks, I spent everything already. So I'll tell you what, over the next course of time, before I'm back again, I'm going to go through and slowly but surely upgrade all of our staff to level 5. See if I can get everyone maxed out, see just how difficult it's going to be. And yeah, I'll be back when I have some money and an entire workforce of absolute madmen. Okay, this should be able to get us pretty dang far. So $80,000 is quite a lot of money, and the restaurant I think still does look quite nice. And I'm tempted to do something kind of strange, and that is like build a whole separate building back here and call it like the VIP, I don't know, area or something, instead of doing like one big restaurant. Because again, I don't want to have one big restaurant. I like the way it's set up now with a bunch of different rooms and stuff. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe I'd come back here, buy these all, right? Because they're not very expensive. I mean, okay, they're a little bit expensive, but I buy all this land, then I make another building back yonder. Also, I could like maybe make the one back here taller, like 1, 2, 3 stories, whatever. And that might be kind of cool. But you can see that's where I can place you right now. So let's see what we can do with this. Also, to get all my staff to level 5, which is pretty nice. But yeah, for this, I guess we can do this. I don't really need it. And then yeah, the left expansion, just gonna do blank. The back expansion, again, just gonna do blank. And then, okay, that's gonna be $12,000, but that's the rest of it. So I guess is that worth it? I don't feel like it, but we'll take it. There's all that built and all bought and stuff, so that's great. Yeah, that's quite the expensive spot there. Second floor is gonna be 12K. I really couldn't be bothered to buy it. I don't even want to buy the third floor. I don't think I'm actually going to. But yeah, we'll buy the second floor. It does look quite cool, to be honest, but we're just gonna do a blank floor like that and come back here and say, all right, how do we want to plan this out? So we're gonna need to squeeze this in here. So I'm thinking maybe like one of these shapes. Maybe something like this. Have a little walkway in between, and I'll actually like put some chairs out here, make it a cute little garden area. And then this will be multiple floors, so it won't be that insane. I think that might be kind of a cool idea. I will have to go back through and place down the flooring again, but that's okay. What we'll do, just grab this door from the front of the restaurant, and let's just place it like here. This is gonna be the way in. Looks pretty cool. We're gonna get some windows in here, so let me redo these walls real quick and get some windows, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, cool. So that's kind of what I'm thinking there. We did that door again. I'm trapped inside, aren't I? Great. Okay, that'll definitely work. I think that's kind of cool. Now we need to get the flooring in here, which I'm not really sure what we want to do. Is it going to be just one big room, or how do we want to set this up? I'm thinking this could be our large tables. They could be kind of situated back here. I will need to put a door in somewhere, either like back here, or preferably I think like here. So that's in the kitchen though, so that wouldn't work. So here, and I just want to obviously have to get rid of this table, everything like this, but for the time being, it'll be okay. Just to get away to get back to here, and it's not too far from the kitchen either, so that should be fine. So what I'll do is just say, yeah, this is gonna be one big old section back here. So this is this is a big table, I think. Yeah, decently sized. So let me go ahead and just get these all set up. So this is gonna be a table of 8. Okay. Yeah, we can fit a couple of these in here. So we'll do one table there, one table there. Go ahead and just move it just a tad to the left. We'll do one table there, one table there, and maybe one table there. Move this a little bit to the left. And how's that looking? That looks fine. Think something like that is going to be better. In terms of chairs, I don't know what to do in here. Thinking something kind of more formal than we have before. We also might want to swap out these tables for something else a little bit more formal, but nothing else can be really the right size. I mean, there's these, which are, I think they can sit the same amount, but they look kind of strange. So yeah, we'll just keep these for now. We'll just get some chairs that kind of look a little bit more fancy, and that'll be good for then. Patio chairs, don't need those. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're gonna do these. I don't really hate them, and they are gonna be a nice change up from our current design. So yeah, we're gonna use these. Sweet, there we go. There's those. Okay, I'm gonna close the restaurant because I don't want all these customers coming back here just yet. So now we're gonna get some flooring in here. These two tables back here are a little bit tight, but it doesn't matter. It's fine. This is gonna be, we're gonna call this the clubhouse. And for the clubhouse, I'm actually gonna change it up a little bit, and that is, I think, going to make it look very nice. We want to do, where's this at? The wood. We want to be like a black wood, if we can do something like that. Maybe something like this. We can like maybe darken down a little bit more. Oh, it actually got more bright. What the heck? This is nice, right? I like the color, but it's just so dark that you can't even tell what it is. I mean, I want the wood though, for sure. Let me try to use something like this. Okay. Yeah, I don't hate that. We'll do something like this. Also, it'll give our restaurant a sort of yin and yang feel, if that makes any sort of sense. And I think it'll look kind of cool. Give us some nice contrast, make this look more bright, make this look even darker, and we'll call it a day there. On the interior walls, let's go ahead and just do a nice like light gray. And maybe let's change the wallpaper to something like this. This will be our fancy schmancy section of the restaurant, because this isn't really that fancy. You know, it's nice, it's very cool, but it ain't that fancy. This is the fancy. Okay, so what I want to do now, let's go ahead and get the flooring in here. Also, yeah, we will have the stairs. I think I'm gonna do elevators, and honestly, maybe it'd be cool if these are like outside on the bottom floor but inside on the top floor, if that makes any sense. I think that'd be kind of cool. We place it like right here in this corner, it goes up, and then they unloads people in there. We'll have to see, but for now, let's go manual mode. I'm fine with making this all one continuous color. So let's do something different. Maybe like a nice brown tile. Okay, I don't hate that. I don't know if this is fancy though. I feel like white floors are like the fancy thing, but we have so much white and black that I want to change up just a tad if we can. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with a brown. Yeah, we'll do something like this. You know what? Actually, I'm thinking this is more of a wooden building. Let's see how this wood looks here. If not, I have a charming idea. Okay, see how that looks. Yeah, I don't hate that. The way this kind of runs is a little bit strange, like how this is like diagonal and this is straight, but I don't really care that much. That looks fine. Once it has some light in it, I think it'll look even better. Cool. So for the roof, I guess we don't need to do it just yet because we have to still complete this, but we can go ahead and make this a floor. So it'll just be the exact same thing, but on top. And I think we'll go ahead and do like a black bottom. Yeah, it looks nice. That floor does make the walls look a bit strange, but I think it's okay. Yeah, I'm changing it up. We're just going to do black. I think it looks fine. It also kind of matches the roof. It gives it that nice little bit of contrast, so we're going to stick with that. So, nicely done there. All we got to do now is make the second floor. Get the windows in there first before I forget. All right, there's the second floor pretty much completely built. And yeah, I'm going to do that thing I was talking about. We'll do a nice glass elevator. It looks pretty cool. And honestly, you know what? I think I'll do 2 of them. We'll do one here, one here. All I got to do is I think just copy. I just go like this? Because that's not tall enough by itself to get up there. You know, we'll just do it like that. I don't really care. All right, I think something like that is fine. So you can walk through if you wanted to. But you get on the elevator and boom. You're up top. Cool. I like that a lot. I think I will go ahead and paint these, paint these black just to match the rest of the restaurant. But that looks nice. I'm happy with that for sure. So now, let's go ahead. Go ahead and paint this door. Get this to be a more similar color. Make sure this is on wood. Is he done? And we'll need some cool lights in there or something to make it look real special. But I'm going to go ahead and just do a black roof on top of this building as well. And that looks pretty dang sweet. I'm also going to, up here, do my little crappy bathrooms that the game makes me make for no reason. The people don't actually use them. It's just useless. I think they should remove that, to be honest with you. But you know what? As it is. Whoever's taking a dump in here, you're going to be able to see out the window. But that's all right. All right, cool. Both the bathrooms are set up. That should be fine. Now, up here, what I'm thinking we do is some sort of bar area, like bar and grill area. Not sure what the best way is to do that, because they don't really have a bar in this game, which is so strange to me, because it's like, I guess a common thing, but I guess it is, you know, a bit strange. So what I'll do is, I don't really know. I want to use these glass tables. These are kind of cool looking. So we're gonna sprinkle a couple of these around the area. Oh my gosh, I just spent all my money. What am I doing? Well, I'll tell you what I need to do right now, and that's open the dang restaurant, because I am absolutely broke right now. Holy crap. I didn't realize those were so expensive. 2,500 bucks a piece. Yeah, that's gonna suck the money out of the account really quickly. Whoops. I guess I'll use some of these Bezier chairs, but yeah, way too much money right now. Well, I mean, we do have these giant tables now, so hopefully we start making some more money. What I do also want to do is just sell this, and store the rest. There we go. There's the way through right there, and that'll be good for now. So yeah, I desperately need to make some more money, which I thought 80,000 would be enough, but I forget. These games, dude, they take so much money. Okay, there's someone right there we have in our tip jar. Let's just use that to finish off this building. We should be good. Forget the up top area. I really care less about it right now. Let's get the bottom area here looking nice. And the first thing we need to do that is, I think, make these wooden. A nice brown color we have all in the restaurant there. Yeah, I like that a lot. Let's do that. And then if we just swap the material to, I think it's this one. No, it is this. No, it is this. Yep. We can make those nice leather chairs to match it. So I don't know how that looks. Don't hate it. Yeah, I do. A lot of different browns in here. Let's just do this color chair. I think that looks fine. And oh, we already have a bunch of customers sitting in here, which is good. These tables in here are definitely going to make us a heck of a lot of money, but it's probably going to take a little bit to catch up with everything here. Our restaurant's really not made for this many people in terms of, like, our workers. So we'll have to see how these go. But people are actually going out there and eating in there, so that's good. The, what do I call it? The dog house? I don't remember what I called it. The clubhouse, yeah. That's the clubhouse, and it's pretty cool. But we'll let that build up. I gotta make some money because I don't think 9,000 bucks is gonna be very far. Let's just at least get these decorated and we'll see what we can do after that. Okay, there's a salt, pepper, and the other thing in there. That's pretty good. Hopefully, yeah, we'll see how our guys can do with this, because in total now we can hold a lot of people. And there's not a great way to section off stuff as well, so that's gonna be definitely interesting to see what happens there. I do want to get some cool lights outside the front door there, though, for sure. If we go to lights, what do we have? Ooh, the modern torches. Yeah, these are cool. I like these. Let's use these. Looks pretty cool. Then what I'll have to do is actually come in here and kind of like fence this in. Maybe just go from from there to there, and then over here we'll just do a little something like this. Okay, good. They fit perfectly. But yeah, we're gonna fence this off just so no homeless people come in here trying to attack our guests, because you don't want that. Just a giant liability. And then on both sides of here and stuff, I'm going to just make a nice little, like, garden area. And I think it'll be good. Wow, placing down these flowers counts as gardening. Bit of a shocker. So we just leveled up, like, twice. But there we go. There's some flowers. A lot of roses over here, but here we go. A lot of flowers and stuff. That's the only 2 flowers I really have access to, so that'll work for now. Those things costed a ton of money. Oh, I'm so stupid for doing that. But hey, there we go. That's all figured out. And then here we'll just put a couple, not too many, but a couple stuff out here. A couple tables. Couple chairs. We'll do just a couple of these ones right here. These ones. And we'll be good to go. So yeah, I'll get this one kind of fixed up after we get some more money, and hopefully it shouldn't take too long. Be back in a minute. My colors are blue. Sorry. We're back. $62,000 in the bank. I mean, this is pretty good. I've been working on my staff a little bit, so you can see I'm pretty far. But these three here, they're just doing too much, man. 10,000, 17,500, and I guess it's gonna be the same for this person. That's a heck of a lot of money that I'm not really wanting to spend. I will say, as we've gotten more people, the amount of money I've been able to rake in has been drastically increased, which is pretty cool to see nonetheless. So hopefully we'll not have to do too many more of those sessions. I think honestly we should be pretty much done right after this. First thing that I need to do though is get the rest of this building, and I think the start of that is going to be getting some pathing out here, getting this all taken care of, yeah. And honestly, just looking nice, because right now it's a lot of grass, which is fine for some people, but not for me. So we're gonna get a nice pathway set up here, which looks like it's gonna be something like this. Yeah, something like this is gonna be perfect. And I think what we're gonna do is just paint it to be a nice stone like this. I like that a lot. I've also been thinking, oh, okay, sorry, I broke everything. I've also been thinking, what if we do something like this? So we're going to do this nice black wall on the bottom here, which is going to be bricks. Not only to match the front, but also just to give it a little bit more contrast. Because I'm not really in love with the way it looks at the moment. And then on top, we're actually going to give it this nice brown look, this nice wooden brown look. Not only to match the inside of the main building, but also just to give us another splash of color out here. And I think it's going to be quite nice. And I don't actually hate that all that much. We could... Now I want to swap these back to the other color wood, but I think I actually maybe accidentally figured out something kind of cool. Let's try something here. This rock pattern that's the same as this kind of looks decent. But I think actually maybe we'll do this nice black concrete color. I like the bricks, don't get me wrong, but they definitely look a lot better in the white configuration comparatively to the black configuration. I think this looks pretty nice, so that'll be good. So not only that, we also need to make sure that this path will also go to this door. Will be a little bit smaller, only a 3-block path, but you know, that's fine for now. Boom. And that looks a lot nicer. It just gives us some rough areas that we can work with, and I think it'll work quite nicely. One other thing that I don't know what to do is this. This place up here, for some odd reason, completely breaks my game. I don't know why, but I had, you know, a couple of tables and chairs up here, and the people who would come up here to work were instantly getting stuck and were not able to move. So here's what I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I don't know if this is possible, but I'd like to make tables up here that are actually off limits to the public. They can't actually be used. In the first game, or I guess the second game, you could do that. You could actually go through and set like member only doors, and I thought it was pretty cool, but I don't know if they are still doing that in this game. Okay, doesn't look like it. Interesting. So it's kind of unfortunate, but I don't know what to do with the top floor, to be honest. I could just maybe double up the layout as this, but again, my servers are getting stuck up there. I don't like seeing that at all. So for the time being, I'm gonna let that go, and let's just work on the outdoor section. And so what I want to do is grab this flooring that we have set up here and just make a couple little sort of hubs around our restaurant here. So I'm thinking like something like this. So we'll just do something like so. Something like that I think will be kind of cool. We also do have this. We're rewarded for doing that. Earned 50 cash. That's my next one. Seriously? Cool. That's easy as crap. And then I guess, yeah, the fantasy table. I wish they had a better option, to be completely frank with you guys. I wish they had a different option that we could do. But what I'm going to do is just place a fantasy table on each of these little spots here. And then we'll just get some cool chairs that I like, which, yeah, I like these patio chairs a lot. Let's go ahead and just use these. They'll all be color matched to kind of look a little bit better. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with these. I like these tables a lot. I used them in my last restaurant, and I was actually pretty happy with them, so I'm gonna keep them for now. I'll tell you what I want to try to do is this. Okay, well, it's flipped. Crap. So for the wood, we want to do, I think it's this color. That looks right. And then for the interior part, I want to do something a little bit different on here. Maybe like a yellow. Just something to help add some color to this situation here. You know what I mean? Let's try that like this. Does it look like someone just sweaty just sat in a yellow seat? I think so. You know, I don't hate the blue. Maybe we'll do like a different color for each of them. So maybe we'll do like a nice orange over here. And then, yeah, I like that yellow. So let's just do something like this. I don't know, maybe it looks a little bit janky, but I kind of like the bright colors out here. Just add some color to our restaurant, because we are pretty bland. I mean, we have a little bit of color inside there, but I mean, not a ton. So I think that's a good thing to have. In terms of outdoor, there are some cool things we can get out here. And I like the idea of getting like a little rocks structure sculpture thing here. I think that'd be kind of cool. Mixed rocks. Okay, do we have any like large rocks? There we go. Go ahead and fix this up. All right, I mean, something like this is not terrible. I don't know, maybe it's janky, but again, I just kind of like this weird kind of lights, or sorry, kind of rocks, and then we need some cool lights to go alongside that. Yeah, we'll just use these. And as a matter of fact, I'll just put these on the path like so, and I think. Actually, make sure. Oh, just make sure these are actually color matched because they were a little bit off. There we go. One back there, and then maybe one per table. Nice. I think that looks pretty good. We could actually go and put some more tables over here, which I think I'm just going to do because not only these tables not actually take up that much resources, just in terms of like chefs and stuff, but I gotta say I do like the way they look. This one over here is not gonna have as much space, but we could do one on either side and call it a day. And then maybe, yeah, we'll do one at the end as well. Nice. So I think this should be enough tables. We got about, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, maybe we do like 6 or 7 tables and we call it a day. Probably 6 is probably better. I don't know what I'm going to do about this. It'd be cramped, but it's okay. We're outside. There's enough space to be around. Everyone can breathe, so we should be fine. This one, let's go ahead and do like a nice, oh, that's not right. There we go, like a nice pink. Yeah, nice pink. For this one, we already got a light blue. Let's try like yeah, let's just do a bright red. I didn't want to do it, but we're gonna do it now. Is that closer to that orange? I think it is. So we won't do that. Let's do a green. And then for this last one, let's go ahead and do a nice dark blue. Yeah, a nice dark blue. That's nice. We'll lighten up just a tad bit because that's a little bit harsh. But there we go. So I think that is a pretty good way to do that. What is this? Cheesesteak. That looks like a hot dog with some poop in it, but all right. Either way, you call it what you want to, but I'm gonna call it that because that's exactly what that was. So yeah, we got 6 tables out here. That should be fine. We got some spots. We're just gonna put some more trees and stuff and call it a day. Actually, let's see here. All right, I think something like that's fine. Just a little bit of a garden in between. A little bit of a shout out to the Roller Coaster Tycoon, Theme Park Tycoon. And I think it looks pretty nice. So we still have $56,000. What other upgrades can we get? We're going to get the billboard advertisement. This probably would help me get a little bit of customers a little bit faster, which is nice. I'm not going to worry about like 100%ing this game in any sort of fashion. I'm not worried about 5-starring it necessarily because I've already done that so many times that I don't really feel the need to. And we're also already at basically 4 stars. So, I mean, maybe we could go for it. We got to get our food up, which is going to take a lot of time. Because you gotta do a bunch of these things here. You know what? Did I ever turn that guy back on? I did. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know what we should do next. I guess finishing out this top floor is our next duty. But let's just test it. Okay. I'm gonna put a table up here, and I just want to see what is going to happen when someone buys something from up here. And also, let's just take these glass tables. We're still gonna use them, but we're gonna use them a little bit more sparingly. I don't want it to be anything too crazy. This is going to be the executive lounge, we'll call it. So the lounge is down below. Then the executive lounge, like the headquarters, is going to be upstairs. Let's go get some chairs. And I'm going to use these funky chairs from earlier. I just think they look cool. And maybe we'll just do like table of 4. Nothing crazy up here. We don't need that many more customers, to be honest. The floor below us is kind of where our heavy hitters are going to be eating in terms of like the party size and stuff. So that should be fine, I think. Is this off by 1? Yeah, it was. Okay, so there are customers in here. Hopefully they're going to be working. Oh, looks like they actually are using the elevators now. Cool. Maybe it was just a weird glitch bug lobby. I should have just backed out. But okay, nice. So you're probably wondering yourself, what the heck makes this the executive lounge? They have bathrooms. So, and napkins. And, well, tissues. They have napkins. Everyone has napkins, but only the rich have tissues. All right? So if you want to eat here, you got to be rich, use the restroom, and use tissues. Bit strange? Maybe. Do I care? No. Also, to add some lights up here. They look kind of formal, what do you think? I will go ahead and paint them, though, just to make them, yeah, a nice executive white. And, yeah, let's get the tables all looking right as well. That'll be nice. Yeah, I like that. And let's get some expensive art up here, because people who are rich typically don't really care that much about how the food tastes. Okay, ask any British person ever. All right, taste ain't a big deal to them. All right, just about the elegancy. It's based off how you say it, not actually what it is. Like if they were asking for fish brains and eyeballs, a British person would eat that. Now, are British people all rich? Yeah, in my mind, yeah. But I think we'll get some animal paintings because those are fancy, and then one mid painting like that. And I think that looks pretty cool. I mean, listen, I'm not an artist, but I can pick art. You know what I mean? We got a little parrot there, a little deer elk thing there. Some pencils, yeah, pencils there, and I think that looks pretty dang cool. That'll work for me for now. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think altogether the restaurant's pretty spectacular. I gotta say, this is definitely my favorite room. Just because of the, I don't know, it feels like a fun environment in here. The lights are fun, the paintings are fun, you know what I mean? It's just kind of a cool area to be in. So I gotta say, like, this restaurant was definitely fun, and based with the stuff that they've been adding, like drinks and stuff like that, I think they've been really awesome updates. There is some stuff I'm still missing from the first game, like being able to mark certain tables for executives, you know what I mean? Stuff like that was really fun to do, but it's not the end of the world altogether. So it is still a very good game, and I still would highly recommend. As per usual, I think it's official. I can see what day we're on in a second. Day 424. So I promise you guys 100, and well, you get 424 days out of me, and that's a lot of time in real life. So if you guys enjoy this video and want to see more like in the future, let me know by liking this video, subscribing, and leaving a comment down below, because these videos take a stupid amount of time to make. So if you guys could leave some stuff down there for me in a way of showing support, I'll greatly appreciate it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Glass Cafe. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to do anything differently next time. Let me know if I suck at building, which is probably true, or if you think I'm really good, which is probably not true. Either way, thank you for your time. Thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting the channel. Become a member, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.